I'm really bad at this. We really started eating. We are having scrambled eggs with spinach and a little bit of shredded cheese and a banana. And I'm having the same thing as Justice. This is what's left over from Justice's breakfast. For lunch today, I'm having a ham melt with hummus and some pretzels. And Justice is having a grilled cheese with avocado. This is what's left over from Justice's lunch. It's just the crust he didn't eat. Probably a little too tough for him to eat. Hello, tonight for dinner we are having Albondigas soup. And this is a meatball soup with rice. I learned this recipe from my brother's ex-wife's mom. I lived in Indiana with them for about like a summer when I was young. When I was in high school, we went up north. My brother and I went up north to work, and we stayed with them. And she would always make this soup, and I fell in love with it. I don't follow a recipe. I just follow the way I saw her make it. Most of my recipes I don't follow a recipe for, but I'm gonna try to get you as close to the measurements as possible, so that way in case you want to try it out, you can follow along. So you're gonna need 1 egg. I already diced up 1 Roma tomato, 3 cloves of garlic, about 2 handfuls of baby carrots. That's what I have on hand, so that's what I diced up. If you have normal carrots, just probably use 3 of them. Half of an onion and 2 small potatoes, or medium-sized potatoes. So in here I have 1 pound of ground beef, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of rice, raw. I just sprinkled some onion powder just to bring out the flavors of the onions over here, and also some garlic powder, and that way you can also season the meat. And I sprinkled some ground cumin and kosher salt. This is all up to you, however much you like. I only put very little bit of salt, not that much. And now we're just going to mix this all together and form into meatballs. I have 4 cups of beef broth. I'm going to add 4 cups of water too. And Dustin made some muffins, some corn muffins. My beef broth is coming to a boil. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in my meatballs. You don't want to stir these yet because they'll fall apart. So just let them cook for a little bit. And we are going to cook these for about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to add all the veggies in here. So after it's been cooking for 15 minutes, we're going to add our veggies. And I'm also going to add 1 can of tomato sauce and 1/4 cup of dry rice. The great thing about soups is you can add any veggies you like. I happen to have spinach, so I went ahead and grabbed 2 handfuls of spinach and cut them up a little bit. And you can even add zucchini, cabbage, whatever you like, but I'm going to use spinach today. And always season as you go. That's if you want flavorful food. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of consommé, which is also tomato bouillon. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon because it does contain a lot of sodium. And I'm going to add some more garlic powder and onion powder to the soup, just to bring out those flavors, the same flavors that are in the meat. And the cumin. And a trick that my mom used to always do to try to see if her food needed more seasoning. She used to grab a little bit onto the spoon, let it cool off a little bit, then dab some on her palm. that way you can see if it needs a little bit, you know, salt or pepper. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of salt in here. So I lower down the heat. And I'm going to cook this until my potatoes and rice is done. So it took about 15 minutes for the potatoes to soften. And you can tell by like cutting it on the side. And now it's done. Justice ate every single bite. So that is how I make my albondigas soup, which is meatball soup. Let me know if you try it out. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.